This podcast features intuitive, psychic, and spiritual impressions provided for entertainment and personal development purposes. Nothing in this episode should be considered medical, psychological, legal, or financial advice. The host is not a licensed professional. All guests participate voluntarily and understand that personal stories or emotions may naturally arise. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the Sael Podcast. My name is Farah. I'm a psychic medium and channel. And in this podcast, I channel healing energy and guide guests on journeys that serve their highest good. With every episode, we embark on a new teaching, new realizations, new ideas, inspiration for moving forward. I invite you to remember to guide your own being from within with every step you take, including while listening to each podcast episode. For every human being is unique and individual, and teachings may arise that may or may not apply to all beings, and they may not apply to the guests themselves in every moment of their lives, except for the moment in which it is shared. So I invite you to join and to listen with discernment, guided with your own inner knowing, to take on what resonates and discard the rest. Some of my favorite challenges to resolve in personal growth are reflected in the challenges we encounter with money. On today's episode, I have a guest that I have had the honor of working with in an intuitive healing in the past, a few years ago. Join me again for a different type of work, for a little bit of intuitive coaching and alongside trance healing or channeling. Marcela joined and began the session with a clear question, asking about the process of cultivating, manifesting abundance in our lives, in our systems. To my surprise, I was overwhelmed with a sensation as I responded to focus on cultivating, manifesting abundance in our own being. The process of manifesting begins in the now, in the present, rooting in gratitude. And the one simple path to achieve that fast is to know how abundant, magical, amazing our entire body functions with systems in place that we don't create, that are out of our control. That's $1 million gift already that we have. And if you are watching or hearing this, wherever you are, you have eyes and or ears that function beautifully, magically, allowing you to hear these words. What a gift. The beginning of manifesting is in being, because being opens the door for manifesting from already having, already knowing your limitless existence. To know is to be. To know your limitless existence is to be limitless. And so I reflect on this as I clear the path for you, as you embark on listening to this journey I take along with Marcela, as we hear her challenges, her experience, migrating, moving to a different country, opening new paths for her business, rooting in worldly pleasures, in playfulness, and allowing greater abundance, all that's already within, by beginning in the here and now of being. As simple as it is, that's the beginning. That sets the tone, paves the way ahead. I hope you enjoy listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Be well, and thank you. I invite you to listen with ease and open mind and gratitude for the guest who joins bravely and generously, offering all of us this teaching, enabling seeds for learning now planted within each and every one of you, myself included. And yeah, I'm very grateful and very honored, really, to connect with you again, to hold the light with you today. And so privileged to be able to share your story with the world through this platform and channel. So thank you for being courageous and for having such an open heart to be able to share the journey with other people that could benefit as well from walking alongside, maybe a few steps behind or a few steps ahead. I wanted to ask you if you have any theme you want to explore, or if you have any question you wanted to have resolved by the end of the call.
I think it's a beautiful question to start asking about abundance. So how to manifest more abundance in our lives and opportunities and aligned people, relationships, opportunities in general, to create more income, but not only that, but also to create purpose and to be aligned with our mission in the world.
Yeah. Do you feel your body right now? I want you to sit in yourself. Sit in yourself and close your eyes if it's helpful. but feel your body from the inside, like fully open to it and reflect on the intricate magic, the entire universe that is in our body. The arms that help us grab the coffee mug in the morning, that help us put on our eyeliner, that help us brush our hair, reach for our toes, bend in yoga, stretch, do incredible, amazing things, creating beings, essentially playing. The body is the universe in its own right. And when you were asking the question, this is what I was feeling so strongly, is come back to the body and know the abundance that you are within. And that's a daily practice, right? It's for all of us. It's for myself included, but that doesn't matter at the moment. Such a beautiful response that comes through immediately. Know that the abundances are all inside. And here's the thing, it's not an either or. It's not like, oh, I have the body, the abundance of the body, I'm healthy, I am wealthy. That doesn't mean I don't get to create and manifest all the abundance outside. That's just the beginning. I've been reading this Art of Living book, and it's about interior design of a home. And the author describes the design by feeling. And she goes on to describe designing the entryway. And the entryway on this path of manifesting abundance is really manifesting a feeling of abundance in the self first. And it starts from what we have, enjoying it fully, savoring it. It's not either or, but a dance between. I have this, I enjoy this, I am so grateful for this. And suddenly you find yourself that you walk 2 steps further on this path of creating abundance materially, perhaps. It's a dance. So we begin with the grounding, with the knowing that all the abundance that ever is already in. Like, imagine this, all the amazing things that happen in our bodies. Imagine how difficult that would be to create. We already have that. What a gift. What a gift. The fact that you already carry this every day, that's already a gift that's been granted to you. What a gift. There's this brain that works, this heart that beats and pumps blood to all these organs. And yes, I am going on about this because we need to fully dive deeper and deeper every day. And this can become a practice. And it's for all of us. And it's the beginning of the road. It's the entryway to the house. In that architecture book, the person was describing, design the entryway so that as soon as someone enters your house, it reflects you. What kind of feeling, what kind of energy do you want to give someone as soon as they enter the house? And that entryway symbolically is designing manifestation and gratitude.
Very interesting.
And there's a little bit more that's coming through that I will also allow. It doesn't mean that we're not already grateful, by the way. It doesn't mean that you're not grateful and you're not already embodying a gratitude practice, and maybe you do have that and you do dwell on what you're grateful for every day. It just means that when our mind slips into the road is so long, and this is what's coming up, is the road to my goal is so long. Come back to the multitude of abundance that's already in. This body is worth so much. And it's about really knowing and taking it. When you know and you take that massive $1 million gift, getting to your next $1 million or whatever you're manifesting is a piece of cake. And I'm surprised that a piece of cake is really what comes up. My human self is like, what? Yeah. But really enjoying the body, and not from, force punishing, oh yeah, I have a body, I should be so grateful. Somebody else has an injury or some sort of trauma or disability. Like really, really, really enjoying the body. As long as you even have one cell, one organism, I don't think our human minds can really wrap around the magnificence of that. So that's the answer for you today. When do you feel so full, alive, whole, well, so full on life? That feeling of it could be, doing an activity, intimacy with a partner that you love, watching a favorite show, or something that stimulates your mind. What are some of those activities and things that make you know that feeling is already there?
Can I say? I think the acknowledgement of any circumstance or situation, like that, it doesn't need to be one thing in specific. Like the simple fact of mindfully bringing that feeling. Actually, many meditations they focus on that to bring the feeling of the gratitude to the heart. when it comes to abundance. And I think that's great to think, and spiritually it makes all the sense. But the challenge is how do you actually bring from the cloud up there to the material? Not only the translation between the invisible to the visible. How this happens? It's easy to think, but I think it's not as much easier, at least for me.
The answer is in the question.
The manifestation in the 3D is slower than the manifestation in the invisible field.
There was an answer that you gave in the question itself, and the word that stands out is material. It's tricky. This question is tricky because it's so time and value and person-based. So I don't think there's one unique prescription, per se, for anyone, because it's your own inner will, intention, value that you put out in the world. Well, what I will say, or what comes through, is it's this idea of materialism, focusing on the concept of material and creating materially. Yeah, you can't just meditate and wish it to happen. You meditate to get into a state of being that gives the inspiration, gives the action, puts you in a state of mind that enables you to take actions that are bolder, more brave, more wise, perhaps even, or more intuitive than you would have. The meditation is the background. It's the background noise. It's the ambiance. It amplifies the action, but the action is a must. Maybe some people can meditate their way into a lottery ticket. You still have to buy the lottery ticket. You still have to take an action. And also comes to mind is time value people. Time value people. There was something that I wrote in that channel just before the meeting. Reaching with nothingness and tomorrow's work is not the experience of today. Climbing to climb, belonging, impact, a 3-year-old inner voice, and touching as if you're God's fingertips. Do you meditate? I don't know why I'm asking this.
Yeah, I am about to go to a Vipassana. Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be the first time I do a Vipassana. I mean, of course, meditation is part of my routine. I took courses on meditation. When I teach, I also guide people into meditation. But like a practice such as a Vipassana. And yesterday I was reading the schedule of the course, and basically sitting for 8 hours and meditating from 4 a.m. to 9 at night with pauses without speaking for 10 days. It's going to be very challenging, but I am very curious and excited.
That's beautiful. Okay. I'm glad you set the tone for that. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm seeing like a figure of a male. Are you going with someone?
Sorry?
I'm seeing a figure of a male. Are you going with?
No, I'm going alone. I think it's also separated because in Dubai they separate men and women.
That's interesting. Yeah. Somehow this connects to the Vipassana retreat, and perhaps on the way you'll find out. Do let me know though. Yeah. Somebody guiding you through the Vipassana and who's showing up here as well.
Yeah, I think they are like some instructors but I am not sure. Like I know the bedrooms, they are separated, men and women, but maybe when we do group meditation, everybody's together. I don't know. I will see.
Yeah, I think maybe that was a guide popping up. I'm looking forward to hearing how the retreat goes afterwards. I'll read the notes for you in the same order that I read them, which is not the order that I wrote them, actually. Reaching with nothing. Tomorrow's work is not reflected with the experience of today. Belonging, impact, 3-year-old inner voice, climbing to climb, reaching with nothingness. And I'll say it again, the experience of today does not reflect tomorrow's work. Be God's fingertips, touching. So let's start with the experience of today doesn't reflect tomorrow's work. Are you in a career transition path, or are you exploring? Are you at a crossroads?
I just opened my business in Dubai officially, my company.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And now what I want to do is continue to do what I was already doing, but now is official. So officially, start working even more with coaching clients and expand my work to organizations to, basically bringing wellness into context that wellness hardly exists, but is very necessary, like corporations, business settings, like where we are not used to have the question they always ask you whenever you apply for a job is like, how good are you working under pressure and in overwhelming environments? And I'm like,
Mm,
why does it have to be this way? And
yeah.
that's like once I
Mm,
applied for a job and they asked me like, what do you do when you get overwhelmed? I said, I don't get overwhelmed. Like I set my boundaries way before that because that's not healthy. Like why would I want to get overwhelmed? That is not for me. Like if it's stressful, like it's not the right thing. To me the things have to be done with pleasure. Not because of a hedonism nonsense, but
mm,
because of well-being and balance and health, right? And I would never put like a job or anything before my own balance and well-being. I think many people do that, but it's something I have been always rewiring my brain not to, like overgiving.
I don't know why I see the crossroads. Maybe the crossroads is like seeing those jobs and all
Mhm.
these different high pressure environments that you don't resonate with, that doesn't speak to your soul, that you genuinely reject, disagree with, and the business that you just registered.
Mhm.
When we're at a crossroads, you have to, maybe this is why the image of a crossroads comes up. When you're at a crossroads, you kind of have to choose this or this. But when you're still entertaining both, that means you haven't taken really either.
Yeah, yeah. I can tell you a little more. I came to Dubai, but I didn't fully like Barcelona because
Mm,
my idea is to have both bases. I want to have a base here and a base there because my work, I am interested in
yeah.
expanding for Europe and Middle East. And I have my place in Barcelona where I left all my things and is now rented for someone else. But here in Dubai is not that I committed to like fully be here
Mm,
because I know I love that place as well. So
yeah.
I wouldn't call it a crossroad and I wouldn't limit myself to have to choose one or the other because why would I have to choose one or the other if I enjoy both and I can grow to the level where I can be at both? So, yeah.
Yeah. So why Dubai and why Barcelona?
Dubai, because after 5 years in Barcelona, I realized that the sense of expansion that I could have in here compared to Barcelona was not the same. Like
Mm-hmm.
the culture is different. Here is a big city and it has way more room to expansion. Also because I don't know this place, so I have to make it mine, like this. In Barcelona, on the other hand, is because it's already a place where I am comfortable, where I created a lot of connections, which I nurture, and to me, like my base. So to me, I have done other times in my life, like I let go of everything and just go to a new place. But this time I said, this doesn't need to be like this or that. This can be a smooth transition and more gentle for me in the sense that, yeah, I can come back there and still expand to here because Dubai will always be here and Barcelona will always be there. And it's beautiful to have both communities here and there. That's why. And why
Mm,
Barcelona? Yeah, because it's like this thing, you plan so much time, you work on the field, and I think there are things you create after 5 years in a place that is not to be taken for granted. So that's why.
so give each what each deserves of you.
Hmm.
What would that look like in a successful outcome?
So yeah, so in Barcelona, when I'm there, nurturing my connections, creating my events, expanding my circle, but also enjoying the slow pace of life compared to Dubai. And when I'm here, it's like saying yes to many different opportunities, which in Barcelona I have, but here is 10 times X, like way more,
Mm-hmm.
because the number of invitations here. And actually, one thing that Dubai taught me is that I have to learn how to discern what is a yes and what is a no, because there are
Mm,
always so many things happening and you can't say yes for everything. But also saying no is very good and not saying yes to everything. And in
yeah.
Barcelona, yeah, you say it a bit more chill. Now it's different because you have been here, now you are in Europe, so you know what I mean, the pace.
Hmm.
Like, because I am here only for 1 month, I still didn't
Mm.
find that sense of circles, to be honest.
What's an ideal community experience? And feeling of belonging in Dubai look like for you?
Well, honestly, like I feel I belong already since moment one because wherever I go, even though like I don't know the people, I am received. Like they invite me for different things. I have different plans. Also, normally I am the one that's making things happen. Like in Barcelona, I am, the friend that receives people in their house and organizes the dinners and this thing. But because here I still don't have like my house, I still can't host those kind of things. So I am experiencing being on the other side. So joining people's events, like kind of receiving more than just being like the person that is always giving. So to me, yeah, I'm exploring another polarity and ways of being. I think in this sense. Uh,
Mm.
but belonging. It's funny because I think we end up feeling we belong on the things we already know. Like for example, I really feel at home when I am surrounded by Italians. Because even before Barcelona, I was living in Italy, and the way
Mm.
you make coffee or the way they cook, I don't know. Like so, whenever I have
Mm.
Italians around me, I already feel belonging to that. Or it can be also different things or friends that are spiritual. Whenever I attract friends and people that are on the same frequency, I already feel I belong because
Mm.
I don't have like to over explain myself or like a concept that is very abstract is not something that is a doubt, is something that's like a common language. So I think those are the things that make
Mm.
one person feel they belong in a place.
Mm.
Mm.
So what I'm sensing is there's ideas. Is there consistency? Because belonging is created in knowing that you can fall on whenever you really need to. And it does take some time to build that often. So I think first being gentle on yourself in the process. It's been 1 month for you. Congratulations again.
Mm.
It's very
Mm.
brave, very courageous,
Mm.
and very bold move that will reward you in one way or another, many ways, most likely. And we can already see this, right? But the most important thing is to cultivate a foundation for the person as well as we build a foundation for the business. Because you didn't just move your business with its resources, you moved you. So you need to have a backup plan and people, a base. So I don't know why I'm nudging in that direction, but establishing a sense of belonging, putting roots, it's almost like those foundations in the earth that allow for a massive skyscraper. So what kind of WhatsApp groups or events, Facebook groups that you can attend, or maybe friends of friends, maybe making your own initiative. I think also one thing I could recommend if it resonates, one thing I did when I moved to New York, for example, I posted in a group chat that I wanted to meet new friends. You teach art and theater.
Yeah, I teach. So beside the one-on-one coaching, which focuses a lot in personal development and self-worth and attracting aligned relationships, what I
Mm.
do as well is a work around therapeutic theater where either in the groups or individually, I am helping people get closer to the version of themselves that they want to manifest through an alter ego work.
Mm.
So, like any artist that we really admire, like, I don't know, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Marilyn Monroe,
Mm.
like different artists always created a persona which is not close anytime close to the person they are in the reality because many of them are anxious or shy. But when they are on the stage, they
Mm.
need to have what we call a stage persona. So
Mm.
you can apply the same theory for yourself and you can create
Yeah.
a persona which like is your alter ego that manifests a version of you that you would like to have, but because it's you can't. Because it's like a way of tricking the mind, of hacking the brain.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Marcela, this is your signature.
Mm-hmm.
This is your signature. Listen, this is your signature. I would encourage you to
Mm-hmm.
use that as a way to meet new people that could turn into long-term friendships, relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And two, to expose yourself and your work and see where that can develop. Because even when you describe it, your voice knows. Your voice has a level of authority that turns on when you
Mm-hmm.
describe that. Versus when you describe almost from learning, like a teaching that you've consumed. I don't know if you've taken a course on the personal development coaching, which is not to be eliminated. Keep doing that. But I think that needs to be supplemented with your own inner knowing. Because when I hear you speak about that, and I want to urge you not to mistake what I'm saying for only focus on this versus this. I think keep doing exactly what you're doing, but leverage your own unique signature because it sounds louder. Or it sounds louder doesn't mean by volume, but by reach. Because I think when people hear truth, they resonate.
Yeah.
So you can frame it the way you want, whether it's a 1 evening workshop plan or a 2-week experiment that you want to launch, and do it so lightly and playfully. And I don't know how you want to monetize it. You can monetize it. You can always present it to people as, I just moved here. I want to meet new friends. I love doing this. I know it works for people. This is the outcome that it creates for you. Please join if you'd like. And then you never know what comes out.
Yeah. I want to do more workshops. It's just so many things happening all at once that I end up not putting it out there, but certain things I am already putting. Like I decided to do a retreat in Bali because Bali is calling me. Like, I don't know, I love Bali. I love the experience I lived there, and it was one of the most healing places for me. And because I gathered a bunch of amazing experiences, and like people there that I know that could help even the locals through this retreat that I'm doing. Like, I really want to bring people to the Bali experience I had, which was inside the school where there was a Balinese grandma and she was cooking everything with ingredients from the nature. So everything we were eating was planted on the forest. And then we go to the forest and we learn, okay, these leaves, you can make a tea that will help you in your headache or your period or something like this, like the wisdom from the earth. So I had this project when I was in Bali. And after like these months in Dubai, I realized that here the city is so much like is amazing and it can manifest a lot, but somehow the feelings of connection that you can have inside an environment like Bali. I don't know if you have been to the island. Is a nest. It's like a mother womb, and I feel it's very healing. So I wanted to propose this for people from Dubai. So see.
Yeah, I think you will experiment for some time and you'll harvest ingredients from every experiment, every project, challenge, adventure. And once you have accumulated all the ingredients you need to have your recipe, you'll have it. But you'll have to go on those adventures to harvest those ingredients. This is what I see as I hear you say that. And I have to also emphasize again, experience of today does not reflect tomorrow's work. So what does this mean for you when you hear it?
When I heard you say that, it reflects on me like, for example, I think it relates business and feminine energy in the sense that we are very much cyclical. So one day can be way more productive than the other. And if I have an unproductive day, it's not like judge myself to not doing nothing, because not doing nothing could be as well creating a space for something that will require more of me tomorrow. So I think in this sense, like balance and understanding that we can't be like predictable because we are not machines, right? Well, in this sense, to me.
What would it look like tomorrow if nothing changed?
What, today?
Yeah.
How can I know? I mean, it's not a question that a person can answer because there is always room for the unexpected to me.
Okay, so what this sheds light on is maybe feeling that you're not in control of your work outcomes right now. And that's valid. You're in a new place. So let's focus on putting the fundamentals, those pillars, belonging. And I want to go into another point right now, which the 3-year-old inner voice. And then the last one is climbing to climb. And I think that's maybe all the experiences and adventures and opportunities, maybe projects that you'll explore, that you'll harvest ingredients from. And climbing to climb, it's not climbing to reach the peak, but climbing to climb, because in climbing, you're building muscles that will allow you to then reach the peak. So this is what I think that visual, this is how I would explain it at the moment as it comes. But let's go back to belonging. Yeah, I want you to leave this conversation with at least like 2 actionables that you'll actually take to solidify your own community experience in Dubai. What are those? What feels good? What feels doable as well and not scary, impossible?
Yeah, things I already did, like workshops and a women's circle by the beach. These are
Mm,
definitely two things that before going to Bali will happen more than once, even.
yeah. I want you to create your own imprint in that. It's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable challenge in the beginning, but I want you to create your own imprint because when you put that in the world, in Dubai specifically, where you've entered, you're gonna attract your people faster. So the theater workshop idea is one example.
Mm-hmm.
What's scary about doing it? What's uncomfortable? You said, oh, I want to host all these workshops. There was a bit of a fatigue there or kind of disappointment.
I think to me, the fact of not knowing anybody is like how to call these people in or make them come somehow. Because
Hmm. Yeah. Go back and root in the self. Go back and root in yourself. Rooting in your own experience of yourself. Remembering how you don't need to control the breath. The breath just breathes you. You don't engineer your heartbeats. Just beats on its own. Your feet learn to walk, and now they walk on their own. Well, not literally. There's some neurology working in there and some muscle contractions. But you get the point. We don't have to fully know how it all will work out. The entire image kind of puts itself because you're part of an organism. You're part of a puzzle piece. And how many more people do we think have moved to Dubai in the last few months and are looking to share an experience? And I wouldn't even position it as for people who just moved to Dubai. It's for people who want to explore this side of themselves. There are theater classes and theater workshops, and your presentation is quite unique. It's very playful and it's personal growth oriented. So these are three pillars that a lot of the Dubai community is already interested in. Do you see that? And you can do it on the beach, can you?
theater, I would rather do in the desert, and it's something I have been wanting to
Yeah.
because in the desert you have the room to, space. By the beach is like a bit people can feel too shy to do this in front of
Mm-hmm.
the public.
All right. But basically, yes, it was, the suggestion was finding your own creative application that puts your own unique imprint out so that people who resonate with that come back to you. And those are your people. That's the piece of belonging. And doing that repetitively. And you can do it in an existing community that you've joined, suggesting this practice that you love to share with people. You can do it as your own independent workshop experience that you put out in the world and advertise it in Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups. I do think it's necessary to reflect on how you want to present yourself with it. Say like, I just moved here, and I'm looking for new friends, or I come with X number of years of experience in leading people through these practices, or both. Because I think also the way you present it to people is going to attract a certain group that is just there to get to know somebody new or there to expect a very professional personal development / theater workshop at play. So I think that's for you to figure out, but you got the connection that presenting yourself with your own offering that is personal, unique to you, bridges the community and the belonging piece that help solidify those pillars for the business to flourish. Now, the 3-year-old inner voice. Yeah, when we're 3, we're very attached. What comes to mind, actually. We're very, for a good reason, because we're attached for survival. We need our caretakers. We can't cook for ourselves. We can't bathe ourselves. We can't meet our own needs on our own. So the 3-year-old inner voice, I think, is coming up as a call for action from adult Marcela to establish inner authority that I can take care of you. I can take care of you. I am capable of taking care of you and meeting your needs and providing for us, which includes going home when I need to, falling back on my safety net when I need to. Where have you allowed yourself, really? Where have you shown your own inner 3-year-old self that you really do have that? You will take care of her. You will establish that for her. And you will meet her needs in whatever way is needed, including certain choices. That may include slowing down a little bit. So I want to go dig a little bit there for a little bit.
To me, to be able to do that, I need to generate more income in the sense that So far, I am still dealing with instability when it comes to establishing a new business in any place.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think between the willingness of doing something and the actual fact of doing that, there is a space, a gap that I need to hold, a gap where maybe, yeah, maybe not only doing it because it's not like that,
Yeah. 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 Where do you think money will come from next?
Experience I created to go to Bali. That was 2 days ago. Like this, I had this vision. Yeah, I have to do it, and I felt an excitement. And normally, when there is this feeling of excitement, I know it's the right call.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the next steps for that?
Yeah. So right now, I am creative content, and I want to push my marketing. Like I want to put the Instagram ads to push the content.
Yeah. And what's the minimum that you require in order to feel stable and steady in terms of securing income from that event? By what time? By what date? These are questions for you, by the way. The answer is just for you to remember.
Yeah, so I would say, for example, at least one person to feel the costs of the experience by the next week or two, and then 3 people by the next 3 weeks. The thing is, I will be on the Vipassana, so I will have 10 days of silence where I will not be answering that. So what I was thinking is to have somebody that would be, let's say, the closer of the deal, and then give a commission to this person.
I want to see those ads. Yeah. You make it happen?
Yes, I create the content is just to boost now.
Yeah. And do you have already the plan, the retreat organization, accommodations and all of that handled for Bali?
Accommodation is already booked, and the good part is that I have free cancellation if I need to, so it's not a problem. So accommodation is covered, and I also talked to the school where I would do the experience, and then once I have the people, just to choose the day. I already informed that it will be from the 16th of February to the 22nd, one of these days, and then the rest we will handle in Bali because food. You have to listen. What are the needs of the people? You can't put one answer for everybody. I think I would like to leave this open, like everybody's. Also because it's a low cost retreat. So what I am focusing is to not in luxury now. What I am focusing is to deliver the experience and the workshops, and the Bali experience is my main focus. I'm not charging a high ticket. Yeah.
So this is what I was going to ask you next is what do you want to cultivate for your own inner self? What kind of experience for you internally do you want to feel through and at the end of this retreat experience?
I want to have the sensation of, yes, I could make it happen, even though it was uncertain. And I was a bit, scared to put it out there in such a short time because normally people that plan retreats, they plan with 6 months in advance.
Yeah. So let's think of both scenarios, both the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. So the best case scenario is, and there's never really either. We just, as humans, we term them as such because it's based on, perceived to be a desired outcome and perceived to be an undesirable outcome versus just what is, what happens, and you get to experience it however you want to experience it. Whatever happens, you really can experience it as the best case scenario or the worst case scenario, which sometimes would be too harsh or stoic, but it is possible because we are the drivers of our own experience of reality. So the best case experience is that you get the first person to sign up, or maybe all of them, as soon as the ad launch. And then 2 days, the spots are filled and everything is good, right? That's the best case. Maybe that's the best case experience. Or maybe not, because we don't know. Maybe, who knows, right? But at least for your specific goal for stability, the retreat is an option to create stability. I really want you to open your mind to know that. It is an option because sometimes, I'm seeing an elephant. And I think the elephant could be Bali, but it also could be the elephant in the room. And I do want to point this out. These are very short-term stability goals.
Mm-hmm.
1 week and 3 weeks, anybody would be kind of on edge in survival mode. And it is what it is. It doesn't mean that you'll sink, and it doesn't mean that you'll stay afloat after. I do have to point that out. I just do have to like reflect back to you, mirror back to you that 1 week and 3 weeks is a bit of a short-term goal. And I do want to make sure that you know you'll be able to hold yourself in the scenario that somehow something comes up and the retreat is canceled and you don't get any income from the retreat. Especially since you plan on being away for 10 days without your phone. Vipassana, do you keep your phone?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you won't be able to take any action, respond to any people's inquiries about the retreat. So it's a bit of a very sharp climb. It's not impossible. It is potentially possible. It could be very doable, but I want to make sure that the base is there. That if this doesn't occur to you, if you decide to cancel it by any means, like maybe during the Vipassana retreat, you decide, I have a vision, I want to focus on this instead, actually, and I don't want to do that. And then what happens? How are you going to hold the 3-year-old version of you? And all versions of you, right? How are you going to provide for her?
Yeah, I have my one-on-one coaching clients for sure until March, which is like a stable income, and then I have people renting my home in Barcelona, and then I have like side jobs being life. But yeah, to me, the thing would be to have more people embarking on the coaching journey with me, and because my coaching container lasts 3 months, so yeah, so also like is what I am doing already. Like I am posting my content out there. I am getting the leads. It's about nurturing the leads, talk to the leads, having discovery calls, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel more secure in hearing that yourself?
To me, it always has been this. Like how can I say? Even though I don't know, of course, if things will work out, because that's the risk, like, and that's what I chose. Like I didn't choose to work 9 to 5 to have a stable income. That's not me.
Yeah.
So I know there are months in which I can make money, and there are months which I might not make money. And perfectly normal for a business, for this to happen. And I think it will not be like that because normally something always happens. Opportunities always come. So I'm not afraid of that. It's not a fear to me.
Yeah.
Also because of course a person has savings for that, right? I mean to go through these times if needed.
I do hear that. I do hear that actually in your voice. I don't think you're afraid, and I think you're very brave. And you are a manifester. You are abundant. You are receiving, and you do believe that you're worthy of it. There's just a bit of insecurity that's underlying the tone, and I think that's causing this trigger, especially for the 3-year-old version of you. So let's go ask her. What was her experience of stability? Because this doesn't mean that it relates to the now. It can also sometimes be our own experience of the past painted a picture that's stuck with us for now.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like on my own inner journey, I have uncovered those layers of instability, of childhood, and that's normal in the sense that to rewire a pattern, it takes time. And
Yeah,
I
of course.
feel the Vipassana itself is going to be like a catalyst for this rewiring. So, for as much as it seems counterproducent to be without my phone for 10 days, I kind of feel that if I unblock that thing inside me, you know what I mean? Like then time will not be a matter of a problem for that, you know?
Okay. What comes to mind now is I do want to point this out. You don't need to go to the Vipassana retreat to unlock this. It's already you. It's already you. You've already unlocked it. In some version, in some timeline, you know that's you. You know you've done that. You don't need the Vipassana retreat. You're choosing to use the Vipassana retreat as a means of coexisting and co-creating, perhaps, a reality for an experience that you already are, that you may have already created in your own vision. So just make sure that you enter and leave the Vipassana retreat knowing that it was you and not the retreat that unlocked that.
That's a good point because it puts again as a creator. And I also think that the choice of going to the retreat is aligned with the fact that I feel I need that transformation myself because it's a very huge challenge. And yes, for as much as I can say me, if it was not that circumstance, which of course I am choosing,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, for example, yeah, you can choose to drink Coca-Cola or you can choose to drink water, right? So those are choices that a person does consciously, but the consequences are different. Like if I just choose to do whatever I'm doing, whatever is happening is what is going to continue happening. But if I choose to do something different, which is that retreat, then something different might happen. That's my point.
Mm.
And what makes sense to me is that like we can't expect different results taking the same actions.
I want you to close your eyes and imagine. First, let's take a breath. I want you to imagine embracing your own inner 3-year-old. Imagine she's wearing this cute green dress. Her hair is in 2 parts and 2 ponies. It's very cute. She comes to embrace you, and you hold her, and you pick her up, and you sit her on your lap, and just be there. Observe, smile, with your hand on her shoulder. She's there, and you're here with her. What's her fear? What's her worry? What's causing her to feel shaky on the inside? Turmoil or inner fear of missing something? Are both parents present? Is there an absence of a figure that she needed there to provide that sense of stable, secure attachment? None of that matters now, because you're there, and now she's sitting on your lap, and you're the entire universe for her. The provider, the clearer of the path ahead, the shaper of the experiences of tomorrow. That's what matters now. And if tears want to flow, allow them to flow. You can caress her hair, put her palm on yours, and compare sizes and smile. Now she slowly gets up, and you twirl her, and holding hands, you walk towards the door, and she departs back to where she was, and you come back to your seat where you are right now in this moment. You are not the past. Today heals it, and today embarks on a new journey of self-inquiry that guides you inwards and deeper towards your own inner knowing, your own inner guide, that you get to explore even further over the upcoming 10-day long Vipassana retreat. Embrace the change. You are your own inner guide towards the now and for tomorrow and the day after. Bridging past, future, through the present. And when you're ready, you can slowly take a breath, a deep breath. Inhale and exhale and open your eyes.
I think meditation, if I am able to put in my routine after this retreat, maybe it's going to be easier. It's a great place to be.
Experience of today doesn't reflect tomorrow's work. I say that again. My attention goes to that right now. Yeah, and be God's fingertips, touching with your guidance, with your coaching, with your movement, with your style. You are your own inner guide. This came up in the meditation twice.
Beautiful session.
Where are you now? Do you feel like I feel like multiple answers came up for the first question, but do you feel like you really have the answer? There's no right answer. You can't have the abundance question.
So what's the image that came to me? I mean, I was not thinking about this question, but I can share what I saw on the visualization when the 3-year-old, you know, what came up? A school, like when the kid is a kid and he's playing and he has all the free time, and then you go to school and you can't be anymore free, so you can't do the art you want. You have to do the art the teacher wants. And it came to me that in the sense that not that fear, but as a wish, for example, because my grandma is an artist and I was always painting with her. So that I would rather spend time with grandma painting rather than going to school. Things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is powerful.
Mm.
So, what would it look like for you to cultivate a sense of that experience now? That free-flowing creativity, unbound time.
Yeah, interesting, like how we end up many times giving up. I think I still create spaces for my inner child to be alive, but how many people might even ignore this call of the need to be free and to create my art and just like follow the structure. I know I have to work or I know I have to do this instead of allowing the energy, which is the chi, the creative energy, the flow freely.
What's coming to mind is like almost embracing, 4 hours of the day to just, creatively work and play. And, you can design the number of hours and the time of the day and the day of the week as well. And if you want to do it, solo or with other people, but it's something to explore. Yeah, that's your own inner guide showing you. Yeah. Any other questions before we close? Or do you feel like you want to explore anything else?
Yeah, I think this experience, let's say to me, of the retreat is both scary, but also is like, I know it's something I have to do like for myself. That I know it's going to be like that before and after.
I don't want you to put too much emphasis on it because I don't want you to feel the fall. I want you to know that it's you who will create that. It's not the meditations, it's you. Because you can go and sleep all the time there. But it's the you that's going to sit in meditation, expand awareness, expand consciousness, raise conscious. That's you. It's not the retreat. It's you. So thank you and praise to you and gentleness to you as well.
Beautiful.
I'm so happy for you, Marcela, and I'm so proud of you, to be honest. Yeah, I just want to say that.
I don't know. I don't remember when we talked the last time. I think it was maybe 2022 or 2023.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I only remember a picture that you showed me. It was very sweet. I don't remember what we talked about, but I do remember you showed me a picture because I described an image and you said, oh, I have a picture of this. So it is time to close. Thank you so much for your time and for genuinely, graciously, and generously offering this to the community, to me, to the world. I'm so honored and so grateful to be able to translate and, yes, share the walk and the journey, the light together. So I appreciate you for coming online. I do this after every session, if you remember. Just a little prayer to close us out. I release all energies that I have accidentally received that is not my own, that is not for the highest good of all. I retrieve back all energies I have accidentally let go of that still belong to me. And with that, our session is clear, cut, and clean.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Please keep me updated.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, we
keep it going, okay? Keep it going. Okay. Strengthen those pillars, the community. Do what feels right. Let me know how the Vipassana goes, and thank you for going.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you for sharing with me.
Of course. Absolutely my honor. My pleasure. It's a gift, really, for me as well. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for joining. If you wish to participate as a guest on this podcast, you can submit an interest form below in the show notes. To learn more about Sael and the intuitive guidance and coaching, I invite you to join my Substack community where I share channeled reflections, insights, and more. Join me at withsael.com. That's WITHSAEL.com. I wish you sovereign being and hope to see you on the next one with light and love and healing for all. Your host and Sael.